Hello, I am here with Michelle Carey and Barb Bloomfelder. They are pastoral care ministers here at Prince of Peace Catholic Church, and I wanted to spend just a few minutes. First of all, thank you for spending a few minutes with me, finding out a little bit more about the pastoral care ministry. So one of you can, give us a little bit of discussion about that, and we'll move from there.
Okay. Well, the pastoral care ministry is made up of Eucharistic ministers who bring Holy Communion to people who, for many reasons, especially illness, are unable to get out and come to Mass. These folks are usually in hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, or private homes.
Okay.
And we usually visit them once a week.
Okay. Barb?
And I'm the lead person, and I'll go to the hospital, and I have about 10 people working for me during the week, and some on the weekend. And what we do there is we go into the hospital and we get a list of Catholic patients from the hospital, and sometimes there are about 30 people we see. And we bring them the Eucharist and we pray with them and to comfort them in their illness.
Okay. So as far as, how you both got involved, I'm always curious as to how people, get involved in their ministry. So one of you can, start and the other one can finish. It doesn't matter to me which one takes the lead.
Okay. Well, I've been in the parish since the beginning, over 40 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, about 45 years now, before we even had a name for our parish. Anyway, and I became a Eucharistic minister. And once you were a Eucharistic minister, you automatically were able to take communion to the sick. So I started way back then. And it was, and then when they built the hospital, we could also go to the hospital. And it just became something that was very special to me, and I've been doing it ever since.
Well, you do a great job. I know you trained me many years ago, and
right.
Because of my work, I haven't been able to do it as much as I'd like to. But I look forward to one day when I retire going back into it.
Oh,
because
that'd be great.
I've always, got the best feeling from you when you, taught me how to do it, and
Thank you very much.
It's just been, a really good experience. So I can speak to it from that side too. How about you, Barb?
I've been doing it for like 12 years now. And the hospital has changed a little bit for our church. Is we're with them more, meaning that we had to get a background check, and we're affiliated with the hospital more now. So, but we still do the same. We still bring rosaries and prayers and Eucharist to the patients to comfort them in there.
Okay. And I guess one other question: how has COVID affected this? Has it been harder? Has it been?
We haven't been able to go.
Oh, at all? Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's very sad. It's sad for us, it's sad for them, but we stay in touch with the people that we visit by phone calls, cards, and
Oh, good. Okay. So there is some other type of outreach.
There is outreach, but there is no Eucharist.
Right.
Which is very sad.
Yeah.
You won't be able to start until, I'm sure, the bishop lets us know.
And as far as the hospital is concerned, that's true too. We're not going. But I bring rosaries to the chaplain there, and then when he sees a Catholic patient, if they would like a rosary, then they give it to them. Now, the story the chaplain told me is in the beginning, when the patients couldn't have any visitors, not even a priest, and the patient was passing from COVID. And there was 2 rosaries left from the package I gave him, and the chaplain said, "What can I do for you?" And he says, "Do you have a rosary?" And the chaplain says, "Yes, I do," and gave him one of them. Well, he clenched onto the rosary until he passed. So that gave him a lot of comfort. So we are comforting the patients even if we can't go there.
Right. And that's what it's all about. We've just got to learn to adapt and do things differently during this time. But, still the compassion and the love that you both show is, always there, and that's great. Now, what about if someone wants to get involved? What do they need to do? There's a training involved, I'm assuming?
Yes,
and
there is training. First of all, they just have to contact the office.
Okay.
Anyone who is a Eucharistic minister already serving on the altar can go right into training. And anyone we train for pastoral care, we take them to nursing homes, private homes, or if they choose to do the hospital, then they'll just move right into that. But they're never left alone until they're comfortable to go along.
Okay.
But if they're not already a Eucharistic minister, they can contact the office and they'll put them in touch with someone who will give them some training for the altar. And once they get commissioned, then they can do either or both. They can serve on the altar and as in the hospital or visiting folks, or just one or the other, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Now, have you found that folks are hesitant to do it? Do they feel like maybe they're not qualified sometimes, or are they just...
Definitely, in the hospital.
Yeah.
And in fact, the hospital is a little different now that we're organization with the hospital. We have to have background checks now. So, and it's extensive, and they have to have training. So, yeah, so sometimes that hurts an applicant because they don't want to go through the background check.
But don't let it be a deterrent, right? If
Right.
you really
Oh,
want to do it,
absolutely
just
not.
get out there and do it, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Because it is so personally rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, once they go with us and they get the training, there's some folks that go through the training and then they choose not to do it. We perfectly
Mhm.
understand. You have
Exactly.
to choose your own ministries, really what's best for you. But once they get a feel for it, then they just know where they want to be. And it's rewarding, always.
Sometimes I train my people for 3 months. They go with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
because you know the hospital is scary. You're not, especially if you're not used to it. So.
I know I learned my way around over there pretty quick.
I know.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate you
You're
sitting
so
down with me,
welcome.
Michelle and Barb, to let me know a little bit more about this ministry and to let the parishioners know more about it,
Yes.
because I think it's important that we do these ministry highlights and, you know, encourage people to become more involved in the parish. So
Yes.
again, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate it.
You're
And,
welcome.
you know, we look forward to, you know, more of your great work.
Okay, thank you.
Anne.